Hello, my name is Tara Welling, and I'm going to talk to you today about my Earthology, specifically the 8 fixed points of the Earth's orbit around the Sun, the fixed points specific to Samhain, Samhain, which in Roman and in Manx Gaelic it actually is pronounced as Savan, as in Sevan, Savan. Now, when you have Savan, that sounds remarkably close to the etymology of seven, Seven. The problem is that both the letters of seven, as well as the Arabic mathematical concept of the seventh the seventh character in the Arabic number sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, did not exist for hundreds of years, if not more. So the nickname of Rome, the city of Seven Hills, did not exist yet. But in Manx Gaelic, it did exist. It also goes to a lot of the legends of the founding of Rome. Well, the founding of the city that was conquered and renamed Rome was that it was founded by the Trojans, although that's highly inappropriate word to use because it's actually in that language and those cultures of the Hyksos and the Avaris and the Dorians in the Aegean, as well as Egypt. The word Trojan is actually excessively nasty slang for Jew. So it's actually that cultures the collection of cultures in that time period's definition of anti-Semitic, but a little bit worse. It was not unlike the common name used for Native Africans. Very, very, very insulting. However, when the city of Ilia, which is actually what the name of the city was, based on the fact that the name of the book is the Iliad, the city of Ilia was attacked, and the refugees came to Italy by whatever means necessary. It doesn't really matter. Every war there are refugees, so you cannot find a war where there's not peasants or people involved with the war who did not. Okay, I'm leaving now. Exit stage right. I'm done. Hasta la vista. I'm out of here. So there's no evidence whatsoever of any battle that has ever happened where people don't run away from the conflict. So you have the people of Ilia moving to the area and doing either living in a city that already existed or building a new one about 1335, 1320 BC. And so you have the city of Rome and this fixed point of October 31st all rolled into one subject, which makes things very, very interesting when you're talking about the coming of the darkness of winter and the west face of Janus, April, Imbolc being the east face of Janus, being coming out of the darkness. So you have looking west and looking east, and you have January 1, December 31st, where the old man winter and baby new year is exactly identical, the same exact concept, just changed from to semi-adults to a very old man with a long beard and a newborn baby. Same exact concept, just poetic license for the modern age. So you have, this is basically the west face of Janus looking out of the past year, going, okay, what did we learn in the last year? What do we have to teach humans for the next several months of darkness while they have to stay inside because it's too cold outside? So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of symbology and lessons and poetic license and a lot of information that is contained within this time period and these numbers, as these numbers directly apply to the application and concept of looking west, looking to the past, and then trying to figure out how to learn from that into the future until you get to Imbolc and Easter, which is the east face. As the east face comes into existence, it comes around and wakes up which would be the February 2nd, and then through the dawn process opens its eyes and goes, okay, what do we need to do for the next year, or until we look into the west face of Janus, October 31st again. So there's a lot of symbology right here, right now, in when you're dealing with October 31st. So this is the counts of January 20th, and it has been 82 days since the last October 31st, which translates to the Elder Futhark characters of R and A, and you have 285 days till the next October 31st, which translates to the characters of E and I. Now you also have, and this is the female negative polarity, which means that the younger Futhark month count is 15 days. The 16th, 5 times a year. There's months. There's key months: midwinter, midsummer, October 31st, Easter, and one other that have 5 high holy days. And those 5 high holy days are not really counted. They're kind of like there, but not really. It's kind of like a day of rest on the 7th day. And so you have the younger Futhark 15-day month starts 8 days before the fixed point. So you have the Fehu Urus Rursas Anzus Radokenas Gebo Wunjo. Then you have the fixed point, and then the remainder of the month's counts up to AL. So this would be the month of K. So it'd be the 6th month of that 15-day sequence, and the day of the month of P. So you have R and A, and E and I, and K and P. Well, when you have that sequence, when you're looking into Scandinavian, Nordic, Germanic, Gaelic languages, when you start collecting lots and lots of character sequences, because you have this is a simple aspect of the characters. You've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can have up to 2 dozen counts per count. If you start adding in Fibonacci, you also add in some other stuff like, okay, how many days has it been since? If you're dealing with Samhain here, then Samhain there's Yule was for January 20th. Yule was the last one, and October 31st was the previous one to that one. Well, if you start, how many days has it been? How many days is it now? Has it been from October 31st? And the number sequences. How many days has it been since Mabon, which is September 22nd? And how many days has it been since Lugnoside, which is August 2nd? How many days has it been since June 22nd? How many days has it been since? And how many days till the next one? So you have a lot of split counts and lots and lots of different letters and characters to be added to it. The more characters you have, the more you will create, the more words that will be present and repeat, because that's the key to how to build a word, is the F, T, and H. Well, if you everywhere you see the combination of F, H, and T in that sequence repeated, you know that word is the, and you know what it means according to the rules of English. If you see A, N, and D, then you see it repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat ad nauseum, then you know that that's a word, and that A and D has a meaning applied in the rules of grammar and linguistics etymology. Well, this is no different. If you see the same 6 or 7 or 8 characters, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 characters of words or of letters repeating themselves in these counts, then you know that's a word. What does it mean? That's a different story altogether, which is where you need Scandinavian and German and Gaelic and a bunch of other dictionaries to compare this sequence with, okay, does this word actually mean the same thing in these languages? or there's also a secondary way to back up to find out meanings. The first character in the Hebrew sequence is Aleph, A-L-E-F. Well, there's an there's an A right here. It's been 82 days since October 31st, which means that there's the characters of R and A. So you have the A right there, A of the Aleph right there. Then you have 285 days till the next October 31st, and that's the characters of E and I. Well, you have right there, you have A-L-E-A-L-E-F. If you add some more number sequences to this, and in bulk, if you add the counts of in bulk, you have an F right there, because January 20th, there is it's 13 days till the next. There's 13 days till January 2nd, so there's an F right there. So you have A, E, and F. You find an L in these counts in these counts someplace, and you will absolutely be able to show definitively and repeatedly and repeatedly the character of LF right there, which means that you've now out of thin air, literally physically the tangible concept of midair, out of the structure of time, found the character of LF. Now you combine this together with all 8 of the fixed points in the Earth's orbit around the sun, the 24, the count up day 1 from that fixed point to 365 days right before the fixed point. The countdown, it is 365 days till the next fixed point, and then it counts down to 1. So you're counting from 1 to 365, and then from 365 down to 1. That sequence, those Arabic number system characters translate into Futhark, and then those Futhark translate into Hebrew, and you start being able to build languages, because you then can show the repeat letters in the sequence. And as you create repeat letters and repeat words and repeat sentences, when you start finding more multitude of words in the same areas, in the same sequence structures, then you start building sentences, paragraphs, chapters, and then it actually starts to say something. What does that say? Excessively good question. These are the counts. These are the basic counts and a basic explanation of Samhain, October 31st, on January 20th. Please don't forget to hit subscribe, like, hit the bell to be notified of new videos, and thank you so much. Have a good day.